And we are back. Early morning light, ladies and gentlemen. I am back on my grind. 3 lives in 3 days, and it's not gonna stop. It is 9:35 in Belgium a.m. and I'm going live on various times so I can catch different people at different times. That is the idea. That is what we're doing, guys. Hopefully, I'm able to catch some folks who normally are asleep when I'm doing my lives or who are working. That's the whole idea. So, if you are new here, state your name, state your claim. What's up, Nadine? How you doing, buddy? Good morning to you, my man. So you guys know the drill. Ask me anything, episode 139. I'll be doing a tell me your problems. I'll be bringing back that concept again soon as well. I was gonna do it today, but then I figured since it's early morning, I don't wanna. I haven't had my coffee yet. This is my first coffee. How are you? I'm good, my man. I'm good. Staying busy per usual. But like I said, I am very happy that I'm able to be more active again on my channel and do more live sessions to connect with my community, man. That's what it's all about. And I go in waves, so sometimes love you're wonderful. Thank you, Method Hood. Appreciate that. Sometimes I can spend, I can make 8 videos in 2 weeks when I'm in that creative flow. Sometimes I can write like a couple of chapters in a couple of days. But I always have to, I feel like I do best when I can focus on one thing. And right now I'm trying to do more lives again. When I get back into making video mode, then usually I will do less lives. The only thing that's constant is me coaching my clients, obviously. Because that's on a daily basis, and that's how I make my money. Your story is so inspiring. Thank you, Raymond. I appreciate that. I'm already happy to have seen 3 people that normally I don't see. That's why I'm doing these lives. Been watching you forever. Please never stop making videos. I wish I had your skills. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, DM. Thank you. Wow. I would never even, I don't think I'm particularly skillful. I mean, I guess I can convey a story, but I never feel like my videos are as fancy as other videos on YouTube. But obviously, it is about the content. Nadine, Benzo, I'm dealing with some health issues. Can you please give me some advice or something? Oh man, it's hard to. That's a very broad question. Then define some health issues. What are we talking about here? Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you doing? Dealing with some viral infections. Well, if you have a viral infection, then you should probably rest, drink a lot of water, take vitamin C, take a multivitamin, take fish oil, and just rest until you get better, man. Basically, I'm not a doctor. Like I can't give you medical advice, but and how I always did it with my cancer is probably not the healthiest way. So even when I was getting chemo, I was hitting the gym. My idea was anytime I'm getting chemo, I'm basically my body's going to war, so my body has to stay war ready. That was what how I looked at it. So if I'm battering down my muscles by lifting weights, then they'll be on standby. They'll always be ready to go. So I was always lifting weights in between chemo rounds, so that way I would come in bigger and stronger, and I feel like my body was ready for it. Now, do I have science to back that up? Hell no. But that's how I did it, and that's what worked for me. So yeah, I'm a firm believer of that you don't get better by resting. So I guess I just contradicted myself because I told you to rest, but you don't really get better by laying in bed. You just melt away. What's up, Wraith? I'm good, my friend. Happy morning. Already got 10 likes. That's what's up. Let me have some of this delicious Peruvian espresso. So a funny thing happened to me last night, right? I actually I got up. So last evening was my first basketball practice in 2 years. So for those who don't know, my absolute passion, even more than fitness, is basketball. I played basketball my whole life, and due to my leg and the things that happened to my face, I basically didn't play for like 6 years. But then somehow, due to rehab and all these things, I was able to play again. Obviously, at a very local, regional, and low level, but I'm playing again. And then the competition got shut down because of lockdown. Last night was my first basketball practice, and today everything is hurting. But it's a beautiful, like a wonderful pain to have. But I was just so happy to be back on the court. Hello, Australia, Lois. How you doing? Nice coffee, thank you, Naveen. So yeah, in terms of sports, obviously I hit the gym almost daily, lifting very heavy. Been very focused on deadlifts and compound lifting. Running, always running, and then now basketball. And it's such a different feel. You can run all you want, you can hit the weights all you want. Nothing is like playing a sport like that because it's unpredictable. You're constantly making movements that you're not aware of. You look good today. Thank you, Raymond. I appreciate that. I got that morning glow. I'm a morning person. Anyway, what the story was, so I went to play basketball, came home, went to bed. It was like 11 or midnight. And then I woke up at 3 in the morning, starving. My body was just yelling for food. So I went downstairs and made a huge spaghetti. Basketball is hard on the joints, lots of impact. Exactly, James. My knee is killing me today. And trust me, I don't play that much defense. But still, my knee's killing me. Yeah, that is my game, man. All right, guys, let's get some questions going. What do you want me to dig into? This is your platform. This is your opportunity to get me to talk about anything that you want me to talk about. So let's do it without any further ado. Mm. But today, my friends, today, when it comes to sports, is a rest day. I've been hitting the weights 5 days in a row, basketball, running. So today, that's the rest. Body's hurting. Mm. Don't be shy. We have 8 people live right now. Also, guys, something that I'm going to be doing a lot more of, I'm actually going to be doing more podcast appearances. So this is something that I'm going to do to try and boost my channel. James, do you believe in ghosts or anything? I was burning a candle and blew it out the other day, and an hour later it lit again by itself. Well, that's kind of crazy. I don't. I believe in energy. I believe in spirits. I believe in. I mean, I believe that there is more to the eye. Like, I do believe that there are alternate realities. I believe that there are things such as, yeah, like I said, energy. Like when you go to a graveyard, you can feel something. You can feel, you know. I don't believe in ghosts in the form of, little casters floating around and doing crazy things like haunting you. Not like that. But I think that we can't even begin to imagine all the things that are out there, and like and all the things that we cannot see with our eyes. Are you religious? I am born and raised Catholic Christian. I'm baptized, I did my communion, all that stuff. So technically, you could say I am. But really, I'm not. Like, I don't practice my religion. I don't go to church. I don't read the Bible. No, I'm not religious. Motivation. When you're in lockdown from COVID and do not even want to go walking. Lois Romer. Like, when it comes to motivation, it's a tricky thing. Like, let me tell you, like, people have become too reliant upon motivation, because if you're only going to get things done or do things when you're motivated, you're only going to perform half at a time. Most of the time, I'm not motivated myself. The difference between somebody who gets stuff done and is successful and someone who's not is the person who gets stuff done doesn't need motivation to get things going. Like, motivation is a luxury, and you can't afford it because it comes and it goes. If I would only have to do things if I felt like it, I would also not do much. So like, people have become motivation has become this like this trendy word, but if you don't feel like doing anything, you have to really like look for the root cause. Like, why? What is causing you to be so passive? Why have you given up on your dreams? Why do you feel like, life is not worth it anymore to put forward positive action? Why have you become stagnant? Those are the questions you need to address, because at the end of the day, Lois, you need to ask yourself, who are you? And if you are the person who is too lazy to go even for a walk, then maybe that's who you are, and then you should also accept that. But then again, is that who you want to be? At the end of the day, it's all up to you. By the way, I also offer, what I do is I coach people for these things. So this is my email. If anyone watching this or listening to this is looking to work with me, so I work with video calls like this, privately, obviously. You can email me there, lorenz.dries@gmail.com. That's LORENZ.DRIES, Lorenz Dries @gmail.com. That's my email. What's up, Danny boy? I'm not into the trends. All right, guys, let's keep the questions coming. I gotta say, man, I like talking early in the morning. Like I say, I've spoken about primary energy very often, and I really feel like I could put my primary energy into this. I also have a certain calmness that I never regain once the day has started in the morning. So you get to witness that now. I am passionate about silver jewelry making. Lois, that is absolutely awesome. So you've already done the hardest part. You figured out what your passion is. Silver jewelry making, which is badass. Now you need to find a way to go further in that. And now you need to find a way to monetize that, to make money with that, so you can make your passion your living. That's what I did. So have you done some type of internship? Is there a way for you to go and work for somebody who needs that particular skill and maybe become more trained? Can you start making your own little business and selling your jewelry online? What happened with your chin? Danny boy, you're new here, huh? I had cancer, Danny boy. I had cancer twice, so I had a tumor in my jaw, and then my jaw got amputated, and then got reconstructed twice. So first by using my left leg, and then secondly by using my oblique muscle, so my left ab, lower left ab. That's what happened. Cheap foods. Oh, Lois, you sell online through Instagram. Shout out to you, Den Big underscore jewelry. Anyone looking for silverware, not silverware, silver jewelry. Sorry, man. Go check out Den Big underscore jewelry. Lois, I love it. That's really good, man. That's really good. Cheap foods to eat to gain mass and muscle. That's easy. So eggs, oats, pasta, rice, chicken breast, um, sweet potato, tuna. I guess tuna is not that cheap, but tuna, bananas. Yeah, that's a start. You can start with that. Oh man, that sucks. I'm glad you beat cancer. Me too, Danny boy. Me too. Life is good, man. Look at me. Like, let's take a second to appreciate. 33 years old. I look pretty damn good, let's be honest, for having had cancer twice, chemotherapy, a bone marrow transplant, and radiotherapy. Come on, I came out pretty damn good. I got a great flat. I get to coach people for a living. I'm in good shape. Maybe you can see great shape. Let's be honest. And I'm confident, and I love myself. Like I never walk around thinking like I'm ugly or this or that. Like I'm blessed, man, because I see a lot of people perfectly normal just hating themselves. That shit makes me sad. Hmm. Love and life. Hey, wounded. What's up, love and life? Life is in fact beautiful, very beautiful. Who was it? Fred Flintstone. How do I find something I love that can also make me money? Is it listening to gut? I mean, gut is tricky. I talk about that many times. That gut or the voice inside your head is not always, the best thing. Because I talk about watch the thinker. So that means that you should not identify with the voice inside your head. Often it's your insecurity talking, it's your anxiety, and we should not identify with that voice. You should watch the thinker who's always thinking about everything from a third person view and kind of like put it away. But how do you find something you can love that can also make you money? Well, so first you need to, it works in this order. First, you need to figure out what you love, right? So you can't find something that you love that also makes you money because then you're already thinking like your motives are already not pure. Does that make sense? First, you have to figure out what you're good at also because you can love football, but probably you're not going to make money with football if you're not good at it. So Fred, first you need to figure out what you truly like doing, and then you need to find a way to monetize it. So, and there's many different ways that you can do that. Like tell me some things that you love, for example, and I will tell you some ideas to monetize it. James Natadodra, love that name, boy. It is hard for me to get hired, even at McDonald's lately, because of schizophrenia. I got 18 months of free college left from military benefits. Do you think programming or cybersecurity would be good? Dude, James, I am happy, my friend, that you came to me. First of all, sorry to hear about the schizophrenia. But listen to me, man. If you want to make a lot of money, if you never want to have to deal with the stress of job insecurity again in your life, then, my friend, programming is the way forward. I tell this to people all the time. Listen, I'll give you a stat. Less than 0.05% of the population, of the current population, knows how to program, right? Programming, front end, back end, is about to be, and is probably already, the single most oh my God, it's too early, man. It's about to be the single most sought after skill in the next century. So basically what I'm saying is AI is coming, computers are taking over, don't be scared, it is what it is. Programming, programming. If you know how to program, you will get paid. My girl, she makes good money because she's a programmer. My girl came to Belgium not speaking a lick of Dutch. She came here, my friends were telling me, oh man, she's never gonna get a job, you tripping. I was like, yeah, right, you guys don't know shit. Because she knows how to program. She nailed her first job interview she had, and now she's got a company car, all those things, because she knows how to program. I'm telling you, man, go for the programming. Fuck McDonald's, man. What are you talking about, McDonald's? You need to learn how to program. Not to mention, if you program, you can work from home, you can work remote, you don't need to go to an office. You can work from the Caribbean and the Bahamas, playboy. Mm. Life is good, man. Life is good. The programming is rough. It's not for everyone. I learned, couldn't stand it. That is true. That is correct. I'm not about to sit here and act like it's easy, but Cubicle jobs aren't for everyone. You might also be jumping from job to job. The good money if you love it. Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's a cubicle job. Like I said, right now you can get many positions in programming remote. But you're right. It's not easy. Like it's not. I don't want to sit there and act like, oh yeah, programming is easy. But you can learn it, and you don't have to be the best programmer to get a job in it. But yeah, whoa, that's a genius idea. Yes, you're welcome. That's why I'm here, my man. That's why I'm here, for good advice and good hair. You're welcome. If you put heart into something, you may then find people appreciate enough to spend money. Exactly. Guys, I am loving this little early morning community. Shout out to BM, shout out to James Matadodora, Love and Life, Danny Coyle, Fred Flintstone, Lois Romer. You guys are awesome, man. I feel so when I go on at different times, I got different people. So I just want to give you a shout out for being cool, for being chill. Yesterday I did a live. People were annoying, man. That's the thing. People expect me to be this. They think that because they don't really know me, right? They only know me from the videos, so they expect like me to be this like super correct guy. And then no, if you're gonna come into my life, talk shit, I'm gonna make fun of you. That's how it works. Uh, yeah, I'm petty. I'm petty because I don't want to act different on here than I really am. Give you a false representation. You're awesome, very encouraging. Thank you, Lois. You're awesome too, man. I hope. Sorry, Lois. I guess you're a girl that I don't know. I don't want to insult you. Lois Romer. It's hard to say. It could be both. Or is it Lois? Louise? But thank you. And I really, really, really hope that you continue to create your silverware every single day, and that people take notice of your art. It's 4 a.m. over here in Pennsylvania. I was in Philadelphia once. I remember you from the Misc Bodybuilding Forum. Ah, maybe they were trolling you. No. Yesterday nobody was trolling. It was just that they were asking stupid questions. Ugh, that sounds like I don't know what trolling is, but yeah. Dude, that's crazy. From this bodybuilding forum, that's crazy. Such a long time. I haven't been on there in literally 5 years. Yeah, it's not that. It's quite a toxic community over there. Lady, it is said low, and my surname is Danish. Ah, got it. And are you Danish yourself, or are you lady? It is said low, low or low? No, low. Oh, I got it. Low. Yeah. All right, guys. Back to business. For those who are just joining, welcome to this early morning live broadcast of the Wounded Viking channel. It's called Ask Me Anything, but really we can talk about anything. It doesn't have to be about me, obviously. Just want to put it out there that I'm still taking on new clients as well. So if you are getting out of a breakup, or if you are trying to turn your life around, if you need a mentor, tell you which steps to take to give you good, solid advice, you could do that with me. That's my email, lorenz.dries@gmail.com. That's my email. I just said that twice. And yeah, reach out if you want to make a change. You can work with me. Think Superman's girlfriend. Lois, yeah. No, my ex-husband's grandfather was Danish. Ah, you got an ex-husband. Damn, girl, what happened? Sorry to hear that. Shorty got low. You get it? Because you said low? Yeah. All right. We have 14 likes, so I want to say thank you for all the people with the thumbs up. If you have not hit the thumbs up yet, then stop procrastinating. Show your boy some love. It is 10 past 10 on a gray and eerie morning in Belgium. We actually have had the coldest, the rainiest summertime in the history of Belgium this summer. Yes. Danny Coyle, I used to watch your lives all the time years ago, but I stopped for some reason. Since we are in different time zones, it's been a while since I got to catch you on a live. I'm glad I came back. Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm also happy to have you back. And maybe I was doing shitty lives. Maybe you were right to stop. I'm not. I get it. I get it. Danny, make sure that you hit the bell button on my profile, and then you can see me go live. Maybe you already could, but I know that people have told me that I don't always show up in their feed anymore. So, Lois, 14 years. I made an effort. I've been single 20 years now. Can you find me a cute Belgian? I'm not gonna lie to you, Lois. I'm not gonna lie to you. Most Belgian guys are not like me. Belgian guys are introverts. They're conservative. Well, I'm also a little bit conservative. Um, and they are, yeah, they can be a little bit boring. They can be a little bit, yeah, just saying. Like, I'm considered a loudmouth. I'm considered the extroverted person in Belgium. But if you do want to come to Belgium to look for a suitable boyfriend, I would advise you to go to Antwerp, not Brussels. Well, well, well. The lady of the house coming back. The fit girl, killing it per usual. You want to come say hi for the camera real quick? Always a toss up. Oh, my! You are looking good this morning. You look 2 days younger every single morning. I'm telling you guys, these Peruvian women, they got good genes. You know how they say black don't crack? The same applies for brown, but it doesn't rhyme. Sorry, Lois. Let me get back to you. You made an effort for 14 years before you got divorced. Yeah, that's long. I would have bailed sooner. Yeah. I would have bailed sooner. Do you have kids? Tutorial slave. Does the wish fantasy to bring my mother back to life in exchange for 10 plus years of my own life expectancy? Whoa. Does the wish fantasy to bring my mother back to life in exchange for 10 years plus of my own life expectancy indicate the love of my mother or rather cowardice towards life itself? Right. So you're saying that you wish you could skim off 10 years of your life so that your mother could come back to life. Does that mean that you love your mother or that you basically just want life to be shorter for you? Wow, that's a deep one, tutorial. I like it. I like it. I mean, it definitely indicates clearly, obviously, that you want her back, that you miss her, that you love her, and that you would do anything, even sacrifice years of your own life to bring her back. But in a way, it also indicates to me that you are scared to tackle life head on and basically, go by it alone, go through it alone. Like, your mother would not be able to save you or to make things better. Like, at some point we have to stand on our own 2 feet. So it does indicate a certain unwillingness from your side, I believe, to kind of accept that you're on your own now and you have to make things happen on your own. And even if your mother were to come back, like, you would still have to take the responsibility yourself. She would be an old woman. It's a hard lesson to learn, but sooner than later we all have to do it. I've been watching your videos for years. Glad to talk to you. Keep it positive. Have a great morning. Good night from Southern California. Thank you, BM. I really appreciate you. She's pretty. Thank you, Danny. She is absolutely gorgeous. I agree. 2 girls, young adults. Oh, Lois, that's amazing. And I always hear people say, even when they got divorced, they still they're happy they did it because they got the kids out of it. So usually it's not about, like, had they not met that person, had they not married that person, they wouldn't have had those kids, and they would never change those kids for the world. Jaguar Green Coat, how you doing? Andrew, does semen retention actually have health benefits? I have no idea, man. I have zero clue. I never tried semen retention, and I don't really believe that that's something that has, like, real health benefits. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know, but to me, it just sounds like a little bit like a fad. People are just always looking for extreme ways to like get an edge, and yeah, overcomplicate things. I would not be pro semen retention. Like, you know, I would say go no porn. Stop watching porn. Porn is way more harmful and toxic and nasty and poisonous than masturbation. Google it, Andrew. That's funny, man. Lois Romer, what is that? So, semen retention basically is the practice of not masturbating, not having sex, just like holding on to your semen. So, the whole general idea is that when you masturbate and you have an orgasm, that you are basically throwing away energy. And if you do the semen retention thing, that you hold on to that energy and you can use it, to your benefit. But it's like it's kind of throw science. Throw science means when something sounds logical, like a throw that Jim explains it to you, and it sounds logical, but really it has no scientific backing. So so James, you can ask any question here, and I'm going to give you a spontaneous answer that I'm just winging. But the email service is for where you can hire me to work with you. So that's what I do most of the time. I have clients that I work with. So with each client, I have 2 video calls per week, and I have daily follow-ups through audio messages and text messages on WhatsApp. So that's what I like. That's my main thing. And obviously, for that service, you have to pay. So the email is for anyone interested to work with me to email me so that we can work together and they can hire me. So that's my email, Lorenz.Trees. But in here, you're free to ask any question. But the idea is when you work with me, then you tell me everything about your life and we get super practical and deep and like focused on specifics. Like, and I can also imagine that people would not feel comfortable talking about everything on here. Fred Flintstone. There's a saying, all actions choices either come from love or fear. What do you think of this? I think we can delude ourselves believing our actions are out of love, yet are really from fear. Thank you. Fred Flintstone, that's an amazing question. I think love is such a broad concept, it's such a man-made concept that often gets misused and overused. So I think that we disguise a lot of selfish needs and tendencies under the cloak of love. I'm doing this because I love you, or I'm doing this because I love it. It's like, do you really know? I think a lot of actions and choices are based on ego. A lot of actions and choices are based on comparison and trying to get ahead in life and compete with our peers. True love is tricky, man. The only love that I am certain of is the love between like a mother and a child, a father and a child. Like that's a different type of love. Even in relationships, sure there's love, but a lot of it is also based on physical attraction and joint goals in life. It's a tricky one. So fear, I would say it's a little bit easy to put things on just on fear. Also, like again, fear, it's too you can't simplify things. You can't simplify things in the manner that you can say it's just for love or for fear. I think there is a multitude of reasons why we do what the things that we do. Did you get sacked from your dollar DP job because you got cancer? No, man, I left DP. I left. I didn't like the company culture at all. So for those who don't know, no, first of all, no company in Belgium would ever fire you for cancer. Ever. It would never happen. That's not how it goes down here. No, DP did right by me. They always supported me with everything. But I didn't like the company culture. It was very stale and very it wasn't my thing. Let's just leave it at that. Oh, it is a superpower. Never met a guy who would do that. Oh, is it a superpower? I don't get it. Andrew, when you worked in sales, do you think your very tall height advantage was a factor in being hired? And do you think taller men had advantages in business because of height? Sure. Like, yes, being a tall man myself, it's not something that I consciously think about, but I do notice all the time that when I'm interacting with people who are shorter, that it is a reoccurring topic, and people care a lot about my height, like way more than I do. But because I'm tall, but it's always like that. It's like when you exactly when you have it, you don't value it, and you're not aware how special it is. When you're a girl that's got a great ass, then probably you're insecure that your boobs. You're not walking around thinking I got a great ass. You're thinking, oh, my boobs are not that good. Or when you're a guy who's got great hair, you're not thinking, oh, I got great hair. You're thinking, oh, why am I so short, or why is my nose so big? It's like we never value the things we have. So I'm never conscious about my height. But to get back to your question, I totally believe, of course, that in sales it helped me. But more than that, obviously, my you know my way of communicating, my ability to look somebody in the eye and be real and be genuine, I think that helped even more. But yes, height does help. It does help um, in all walks of life. Then again, personality trumps all. I have a friend, man. He's this Argentinian guy. No, no, go for it. Or you want me to finish? You want me to? Yeah? Gracias, Patita. So let me tell you about this guy, right? My girl knows him too. She adores him. She would have been with him if she could, but he was already taken. So he's this Argentinian guy, right? And he is in Spanish what we call a normal. If he would watch this, he would kill me. No, so I'm gonna quit joking. So he's short. He's short. Nomo means leprechaun in Spanish. So he's short, right? But he has such a big personality. He has such a overwhelming, confident character. When he walks into a room, it's like he's a giant. Like I've gone out with this guy 1,000 times. Every single time, he is the center of attention. He's directing the flow of the party. He's just the man because his personality and his ego is massive. He knows how to talk. He knows how to make jokes. He knows how to, his posture is on point. And he's short as hell, but his personality trumps that. So I'm telling you, man, your height does not have to hold you back. The same way that my jaw, my face, does not have to hold me back. At the end of the day, this body, and I've said it a million times, and I'm going to keep saying it, is nothing but a physical shell. It is a space shuttle to our soul. It's a means of transportation, really. And your energy can outshine that. So, yes. Do you think life is hard for everyone? Yeah. Yes, because even when life is easy in terms of money and all these things, you just create new problems. Human beings are excellent at creating issues for themselves and making life harder. Like we're always gonna make life hard, no matter what happens. I'm back from a 3-day, pretty serious hike with 3 friends, where one of them took zero responsibility and made several mistakes. One of them bringing no gear, which made him sick because of the rain. Stars on Mars. That's how it is, man. If you're gonna travel in a group, there's always gonna be people. I'm stuttering now. There's always going to be people who are not responsible, and that's just something you have to accept. That's something you have to roll with. So stars on Mars, know who you're traveling with, know who you're dealing with, and understand that getting angry at them is not solving anything. Rebecca, shout out to California, hey. Stars on Mars, very nonchalant behavior and all. Are you talking about my girlfriend? I know. We spoke with him that I feel irritated and I feel I need to tell him how I feel. It was very clear before the hike he didn't care. Him getting ill affected us all, of course. He was lucky he made it and could complete the hike. All right, look, how much does it bother you? And are you seeing it in the short term? If not, I would let it rest and then bring it back up. Or stars on Mars, which you could also do. Ask yourself, if you tell him about these things, if you tell him that you're annoyed and all these things, is it going to make a difference? Is it really going to change something? Or is it just going to make him upset, make him angry, and is it going to ruin the relationship? Maybe you just need to learn from it and let it go. And let it be. Like John Lennon said, my man. Draw conclusions, draw lessons. If he really annoyed you to that extent, then probably he's not gonna want to change, and you shouldn't go do a hike with him again. He didn't care in the beginning, and he clearly did not learn his lesson. So let it go. Lois, my personality outweighs me being 5 foot. It's the same for my girl, man. She's 5'2" or something. She's tiny, but her personality is so big. I would never be able to deal with her if she was taller. She definitely compensates for that as well. Short people usually have massive personalities, and there's a lot of tall people who have no personalities when you think about it. We're very boring and bland. So that I might be onto something there. I should write a book about that. A correlation between height and personality. Because when you don't have height, then you're kind of forced by nature to shout more and yell more and look at me, I'm also here. When you're tall, people already notice you. What do you think, though? That's a plausible theory. Why do you think that you are always... See, she always walks like this. She's got her shoulders up and she's always on her toes, trying to stretch her little body out as much as she can. What do you mean? You got the whole table in the back.
Now I can use a new table.
Well, this one time. Hey, and don't make no stains either, eh? Take some of this.
What?
Look, here we have my little parrot on my shoulder. You see that little papita? Papita means potato in Spanish. And as I hear something burning on the fire, that's coffee. Respect, lad. Lots of love. Thank you, Gambles. Appreciate that.
Darn.
When death is certain, should we accept it and live the best or live in denial? I mean, dude, death is certain. I don't mean to burst your bubble, but we're all gonna die sooner than later. I see death around the corner. Yeah, accept it, man. It is what it is. It's no big deal. We're just monkeys with we're just monkeys with smartphones. So it doesn't really matter. We're not that important. You're not that important. Like, it's not a Disney movie. Enjoy your time on Earth and understand that the meaninglessness of life should be something. Right. All right. A certain Peruvian person is ruining my cooking stove, so I'm gonna. No, this is not good, papita. Claro que no. Oh, yeah. What is this? How can you be so tiny and so destructive? That's all I want to know, my friends. Let me ask a question this time. All right. I thought you were going to start singing Frozen. I know people with disabilities, someone whose arms got amputated, get a sudden affection for people in general. What do disabled people feel with these sudden care from others? It's pity, and it's not a nice feeling. There's nothing worse than feeling pity from someone. I would rather that people think I'm an asshole than that they think I'm a nice guy because I have my amputation. I also find short men annoying. But how? See, Lois, that's rude though, because no, that's not rude. That's like you're already assuming that all short men are annoying. For sure, there's nice short men, right? Thanks for your advice, bro. I was way more irritated yesterday, so I guess I could just let it go. Yeah, stars on Mars. Less is more, man. Less is more. Also, when it comes to relationships, with dealing with people, like I also always used to feel the need to express everything. Like I gotta share this. I gotta say it. Like no, you gotta learn to swallow stuff. Keep it to yourself. It's not worth it. Shortness is nothing to compensate for. You are wrong. Humans are different sizes. Some people are short, some are tall. That's the beauty of life. I'm not saying you should compensate. I'm just saying people do it. I'm not saying you should. But let's not act as if short people don't often compensate for their height. The same way fat people compensate, the same way ugly people compensate, the same way I compensate. Why do you think I try to max out my hair? I go to the gym, dress nice, because I'm compensating for my face in some type of subconscious way. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Like, we all compensate. What had happened if your cancer had been discovered earlier? Well, if my absolute joke of a dentist would have been a little bit less incompetent, I probably would have been, well, I don't know what I would have been, but I would be doing big things, man. Oh, here we go. My biggest critic appears. I would be living with my parents, she said. You.
My life wouldn't be so good.
My life wouldn't be so good because I wouldn't have met you.
You wouldn't have had cancer.
You-
I really believe that. Really, really.
So she's saying, for those who are not hearing, if I never had cancer, my life wouldn't have been so good. That's what she's saying. Interesting hypothesis. Why do you say that? Why do you think that?
Because you develop yourself in many different ways that you wouldn't have.
Mm.
Have been you would just be working, you know.
But I would be balling, making bank. I would pull up in my Rari. I'd be like, "What's up, girl? What's up, girl? You trying to hop in? Trying to roll with a player?" You would be like, "Oh my god, you're so cute," and you would jump in, and I would have been dating you 6 years ago already, and we would have had a house by now, a mansion, and 3 kids. So maybe life would have been 10 times better. How can you be so tiny and at the same time so opinionated? By the way, she's wearing my t-shirt. She always wears my clothes, even though she has 3 closets. I got like one little cupboard that I get to use for my stuff, and she has all the other space. It's crazy. And then she still takes my clothes. Every time we go out, she says she has no clothes. Can you imagine this? Is it better to be good at being a man? Is it better to be good at being a man than be a man who is good? You shouldn't just do. I don't. Is it better to be good at being a man? What is being good at being a man? Explain that to me. No, Rebecca. No kids anytime soon. In the words of David Bowie, we can be heroes just for one day. I like that. How are you doing, by the way, health-wise, physically and emotionally? Physically, I'm finally off the antibiotics. Finally, the hole in my chin is closed, as you can tell. So that's massive. I'm very happy with that. I am nowhere near where I want to be physically in terms of my fitness yet, but I am working really hard to get in shape again. Emotionally, I'm pretty good. I would say. Yeah. I mean, obviously ups and downs like everyone, but I'm pretty stable. Yeah. Did they remove the plate? They removed the inside plate, yes. Yeah. But it looks good now, but it is very hard for me to eat. So my mouth opening is very tiny. I can't put I don't have a lot of space to put in food, so that's rough. All right, Lois, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. Why don't you post more workout videos on YouTube? Maybe I should, man. Maybe I should make some gym content again. So who feels, yeah, I just don't know. I've done it before and I felt like my audience is not really that into it. And I think there's a lot of fitness people already making fitness content out there. So I'm not sure if there is a need for more of that. Also because I'm nothing special, like in terms of physique. I got a good physique, but it's not like, if you look at what's out there on the internet, I'm not nowhere near that. So it's like, why would anyone watch my workout videos if they can watch these literal Greek gods work out who just have the perfect physique, you know? So it's a little bit double. But I'll make a fitness vlog at some point again, just for you, Andrew. And then you gotta share it to all your friends, right? You haven't been doing well with your health lately, so fitness might delay your healing. No, it's more of a surgical thing. It's like I was fine. I was healthy as hell, but then we started cutting and we started performing surgery on my chin, and that's when things started getting tricky. Anytime they start working on my chin and on my jaw, it's a very vulnerable balance. It's a very, how do you say that? Like, it doesn't need much for it to go bad. But the fitness is not hurting me. It's like it's not about that. I wish everyone in this chat peace in their life. That's beautiful. All right, guys, we're 50 minutes in. So that means I have to get cracking with the rest of my day, which means doing the dishes. So one more time, if you are interested in working with me, hiring me as your coach, you can do that by sending me an email. All right. This is my email, lorenz.dries@gmail.com. That is LOR Romeo ENZ Lorenz dot Dries@gmail.com. Guys, thank you so much for joining my live. I had a blast. I really appreciated you guys sharing with me this time, and I love you. La linda es la vida. Life is beautiful. Stay up. Bye, Rebecca. Bye, Israel. Bye, Sal. Bye, Andrew. Bye, Lois. All you great folks. Have a good one.